hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Yeah. Stop saying. Is that all you're saying here? I invited you for this.
Yeah, I see. Hi.
I invited you just so you could fucking say hi every time.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate this. Welcome to the first episode. Hey, we have audio now. Yeah, I just wasn't talking yet. I just kind of did that to transition. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, welcome to the first episode of the Zcast. It would have a better name if we were more creative, but this is the name we came up with because we suck.
Mm-hmm.
We're not very creative people.
Yeah.
One of us is literally an artist.
I wonder who it is. It ain't me.
It's me. Have you not seen my art? It's really good. It has a bunch of stickmen on it. I can't even draw a proper stickman, actually. I'm pretty sure half the time his head is like barely
Bro,
on.
that's what everyone says when like there's an artist around. They're like, bro, I can't even draw a stickman. It's like everybody says that.
Maybe a lot of people can't draw stickmen. Do you ever think of that?
That's a weird. It's weird though, because like that's the exact same thing everybody says. They come around and they're like, "Oh,
It's
you
because
can draw?
stickmen are
That's
well, it's
really
because
cool. I
stickmen are
can't
the
even draw a
easiest thing.
stickman."
It's because stickmen are the easiest thing to draw.
I know. It's just very universal. It's funny.
Ah, well, anyway, for the people watching on Twitch, there's an actual layout that they get to see. So the layout is the chat is on one side, or if you're watching this video on YouTube, if you want to watch the video is meant for you to listen to, but if you want to look at it, that's fine. Chat's on the bottom right, and then there's a game on the top right of me doing something, whatever the hell I decide to do while doing this, and the bottom right should be the title of the episode. Like, this episode's called The First One, because I couldn't think of a fucking name. You have a better name? I couldn't exactly. See, Monica doesn't even have a better name.
You asked me, and then you immediately answered yourself.
You're supposed to have immediate answers. Do not know what the podcast requires you.
I'm sorry that my brain isn't a cyborg brain. I can't. I'm not Google.
Yeah, whatever they all say.
I'm not like searching the internet for answers.
I have to actually look at our topics today because there is a specific thing to be. I did make a notepad of topics. Don't worry. There is actually something important to talk about here. So, of course, originally I was going to start it with something else, but Nintendo decided to drop a Mario Direct, so that's what we're going to talk about today. First, at least.
Yeah.
There's other stuff, but right now, we're talking about Nintendo.
The Mario Direct.
That's not his name.
The Mario.
You laughed at that way too much.
It's
It's not that funny. Morrow is not that funny.
He sounds funny.
It's not that funny. Fucking.
You're not that funny.
So we have to go over. So there's a specific thing that everyone's gonna want to talk about from the Mario Direct, but we have to go over a specific. We'll get to that after. Let me say everything that was announced.
Yeah.
So first of all, it started off. Mario is coming on the Game & Watch, guys. I know it's new.
Oh yeah.
it's the new Mario's coming out on the new console, the Game & Watch. But no, seriously, I actually do.
The new console.
I actually do think it's kind of cool though.
It kind of is, yeah.
It's kind of cool. Fucking, I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, considering the Game & Watch's actual games are like what, fucking LCD games. So it's like
what the fuck does that mean?
It's like, I mean, it's hard to explain. So it's like, when you look at a Game & Watch, all of the graphics are already on the screen, kind of. You can kind of see them, and they just light up certain areas of the screen.
Oh, so you can already, it's like, you can see everything on the screen, it loaded at once.
Yeah. Because it's like, a very old thing. So this is, I think, the first, like, actual game on the Game & Watch that isn't that. So, that's kind of cool. I thought that was cool.
It's a Game & Watch released in 2020.
Bro, that's cool. Shut up.
That's just like if they came out and were like, yeah, we're releasing the N64 Pro in like 2024.
It's not. Mario deserves it. He's 35. He's probably canonically 35. Have you seen Mario?
Yeah, he's probably. For once, this is the one time where it's like, yeah, that's probably how old you.
He's definitely 35.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he isn't. But yeah, they showed off that. That was kind of cool. Then, they acknowledged that fucking Donkey Kong Jr. exists because they're adding SNES Mario and Donkey Kong Jr. into the fucking into Mario Kart Tour. I can't think of that. I keep forgetting that game exists.
And then Nintendo reminds you, and you're like, yeah.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, that's where our Mario Kart went this year. Thanks, Nintendo. Mobile games, woo.
Yeah, no Mario Kart 9.
I don't know. I'll get to that later. And then so that was the thing. Oh, they also announced Mario shoes. I couldn't forget the Mario shoes.
Zero was really happy about that earlier. It's like,
I'll have
bro, look at the Mario shoes, and I was like, those are shoes for like junior high kids.
I'll have you know the Mario shoes are my favorite part. Shut up.
At least they don't have Mario as like himself on it. At least it's like designed around him.
Upsetting, honestly. Missed opportunity.
No. It's like that's like the equivalent of Lightning McQueen shoes.
No.
Yeah?
Because that's Lightning McQueen. This is Mario. It's different.
But Lightning McQueen is on those shoes.
Okay, but he's not Mario.
If they had Mario on the shoes, it'd be like the equivalent. The kids, that's for kids.
I'll have you know, I will see a grown man with the Mario shoes.
I don't want to see that.
I never said you never said you want to see it. It just said you will.
That's weird.
It's not weird. They're alright looking shoes. I'm not actually excited for them, but I guess it's interesting. I had to point it out, alright? If I didn't point out the Mario shoes, someone was gonna be like, I can't believe Zero forgot the Mario shoes.
They showed the Mario shoes for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, okay, let's move on.
No, they didn't. They gave it a...
Yes, they did!
They gave it like a trailer, I thought.
No, they like showed it for like 5 seconds.
Even Nintendo was like, okay, they're fucking shoes. Alright, we don't fucking...
Go to your local shoe store and grab them.
What do you want from us? They're fucking shoes. Alright, so they showed the Mario shoes. Then they announced Mario All-Stars. The SNES game was coming to the SNES service on the Nintendo Switch. If you don't already have that, then it comes with Nintendo Switch Online. Fucking... So yeah, it came out, I think, after the Direct? That came out afterwards? Or like the day after? It was like, I think it was like right after. They were like, you can play it now. So that was their you can play it now thing, you know? Other times Nintendo's announced big games. This time they announced Mario All-Stars on the fucking on the fucking thing. So I mean, take what you can get. So that was cool. Not really that big. And then I think we can finally get to the big announcement. The big thing. The big guns. Mario Kart AR. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Mario Kart AR finally, you know, after so many leaks of it, it finally came out. Everyone was hype. You can play with Mario Kart in your house. It's $120. There's a Luigi set. Like, bro, there's a Luigi set. It's the most important one. But yeah, but besides that, that was kind of cool. But besides that, they then announced the Mario 3D ports, where they're basically getting every 3D Mario game and cramming it into one cartridge. So, which was the thing that basically everyone and their grandma kept saying was going to happen, and then it finally happened, and they're like, see, I was right. They're like, no, it's gonna happen this week, guys. Then the next week, then the week passed. It's gonna happen next week. It's gonna happen next week. And then when it finally happened, those people were like, see, told you. After they were wrong like 5 times. But I'll talk more about that one later. There's still other announcements though. There was Super Mario fucking Battle Royale. It's basically Tetris 99, but Mario. It's pretty good.
Sorry, I left for a second.
You missed me talking about the 3D port, but I'm not going to talk about that till later.
Oh.
But and the Mario Kart AR, you missed me talking about the Luigi set. Very important.
It's called Mario Kart Live.
Isn't that called AR?
No, it's called Mario Kart Live.
I've called it the wrong game this entire time.
Yeah.
Well, that's upsetting. Now I look like a fool.
Now I'm glad I came back to correct you.
Yeah, no, I'm a fool. Well, the Mario Kart Battle, not Mario Kart, Mario Battle Royale, that's interesting. Also, somebody in the chat It was like there is a Super Mario Brothers Battle Royale, even though someone else already did that. Yeah, that is true. There was another Mario Battle Royale, like I think, like as a fan game. Thank you for the sub,
Yeah.
Will Mendez, by the way, and Daikaiju fanboy. Appreciate it. But there was another Mario. There was another Mario Battle Royale. It was fan made one. It was a little different from how I looked at from the footage. It was like basically everyone played Mario 1 at the same time in the same level, and you could hurt each other and kill each other.
You play the same. You all play the same level, and every enemy you kill, it gets thrown at someone random.
Wait, that's how the new one works. I'm talking about the fan made one that came out that got taken down. That's how that one worked. It was a little different.
Okay.
So I don't think that's why Nintendo took it down. They might have took it down because, you know, Nintendo doesn't like fan games. Nintendo's like, fan game?
Project that's not making any money whatsoever, get out of here.
Now, that one actually did have a Patreon.
Okay, that's bad. I can see I can see that one.
Yeah, that one did have a Patreon, so it's kind of hard to defend him on that one.
Yeah.
Definitely not in the right there, so it's not like all the other times. But yeah, it looks cool. See, I was never really that big into Tetris 99 because I suck at Tetris. Before everyone asks, Zero, how do you suck at Tetris? I suck at Tetris. I don't know. I thought I was good.
I have watched this man play Tetris. It is hard. It is like watching the Game Grumps play fucking a game that they've never played before. And it's awful.
No, you don't understand. I'm just too big brain for Tetris. It's like how Einstein couldn't tie his shoes. I'm too smart for Tetris. That's how it works.
A shape comes down and he's like, I don't know how to fit on hole. And then he just fucking it's on the side of this board.
It's not what I sound like.
He loses in 10 seconds because he just stacks them all on top of each other and reaches the top.
That is not what I sound like. I'm gonna have to ask that you. Looks like you are now being kicked off the first episode of the Zcast.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
It is. Right when I was gonna talk about the Luigi set, even further detail.
The Luigi set.
No, but yeah. So that was. What were we talking about? Fucking Mario Battle Royale. Fuck yeah. So that was not much to talk about. That comes out in October, and then. There was Mario, the one that got very Nintendo kind of glossed over, even though it changes a lot. Mario 3D World's getting a port to the Switch, which is something I kind of knew and everyone probably expected. They've been porting Wii U games to the Switch for I don't know how long.
It's a port in quotation.
Yeah, because there also now has a new thing called Bowser's Fury, which we don't know what that is, mind you. We just know that it's called Bowser's Fury.
They just showed, like, a rainy fucking island-looking thing, and, like, it was spooky, and it was like, oh, no.
But apparently there was a lot of things about that game that Nintendo didn't even, like, say in the in the trailer, and they later showed, like, on their website. Like, for example, Mario has new fucking abilities. Well, not new fucking, what would you call it? Techniques, I guess? Because, like, he has the dive from Mario Odyssey, the little dive you can do after you throw Cappy. He has that now, which he didn't have in 3D World before. So it's interesting. That's there. There's online play, which, as Squishy in the chat said, I think he was like, can't wait for super laggy Nintendo Switch on. Here we go. Can't wait to see how horrendously laggy it will be with Switches online. Yeah. I don't know.
Can't wait for the input delays.
Yeah, it's... Because it's like, they know how Mario Maker 2's online is, right? Like, that's not good.
Maybe they're trying to do better.
I'm hoping that's what that means. I'm hoping this means, like, hey, we're gonna fix it, you know? Like, maybe they're like, we know that Mario Makers doesn't go well, but this one, it's gonna go smooth sail. Like, maybe maybe Nintendo's got a plan, you know? Every time I say Nintendo has a plan, they usually don't have a plan, and then they just end up just releasing something, and everyone's sad,
When the fuck does Nintendo ever have a plan?
They have plans. I just feel like they don't go out. They just don't really work well. It's the difference between having a plan and not having a plan. You know,
and having a plan that sucks.
It's a bad plans. You can have a plan, just have a very bad one. That's Nintendo.
They're like, let's do this online thing, and it's like, okay, you're gonna use the same netcode as this other game that's really, really laggy online, but you haven't learned your
Yep.
lesson in the slightest? Okay.
But yeah, so that looks interesting. If the online works well, then yay. If it doesn't, then no, well, at least we got Bowser's Fury. So yes, that was announced, and that was the final thing announced. I think I covered everything. I think everything has been covered. So now I can talk about the biggest thing that everyone wanted to talk about from that, the Luigi set. So
The Luigi set.
So it seems like for the Mario Kart AR, it says 4 players. So I think
It's
personally, yeah, Mario Kart Live, there's 4 players. So I think you can actually all play as Luigi and play Mario Kart. I think that's really cool. You just have a Luigi, it's
Wait.
Luigi Kart.
How is there 4 players? There's only 2 sets available.
Exactly. I think you would have to use multiple sets. Like, some people have to share, obviously. I think, like, some people gotta be, like, 2 Marios, or, like I said, all Luigi, because that's the only way that matters.
Okay, but you need 4 individual sets.
Yeah, I know.
That is dumb. That is dumb. That is expensive.
Well, maybe it's like you're supposed to, like, your friend's supposed to come over and be like, hey, Jim, I got my Mario, and you're like, okay, I got mine.
Does that happen anymore?
Nintendo likes to believe it does.
That used to happen, but I don't know if it happens so much anymore.
No one's had the heart to tell them.
You can bring your Luigis to your friend's house.
Okay, Leia, let's actually talk about it. The 3D ports is the thing everyone wanted to talk about. So,
I'm happy.
Ports, yeah, I'm happy for them. Glad. Some things have come out where people have been upset, and I personally think they are being stupid.
Yeah,
like
being crybabies.
Now, there are some things to legitimately question. I will say there are some weird choices. Not gonna lie. You know, not having GameCube controllers support Mario Sunshine is a little weird. I don't think it's a deal breaker, though, like some people are making it out to be. I've seen some people say...
I don't give a single fuck about that.
Yeah, I've seen some people straight up say they're not buying it because they can't play can't play Mario Sunshine with a GameCube controller. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I just thought, I mean, Pro Controller isn't that bad, guys. You guys act like Pro Controller sucks. I don't think you did anything wrong. And then some people were complaining about the fact that Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't on there. I feel like that's just being greedy. You're getting 3 games, and now they're like, bro, where's our 4th game?
I'm not gonna buy it because the sequel to Mario Galaxy is not on there.
Yeah, the game that's almost identical, just with different levels and power.
Mario Galaxy 2 is just Mario Galaxy 1, but linear and Yoshi.
Yeah, and I don't really understand. Like, I didn't know it was the big deal. I thought Galaxy 1 was also still, like, a light game. The way people are making this sound like was like Galaxy 1 was a bad game. And I'm just like, what the fuck did Galaxy 1 do? Galaxy 1 had Rosalina. What did Galaxy 2 have? Fucking Lubba? No one likes Lubba. Actually, I'm lying.
I was about to say Lubba. Lubba's kind of cool. Don't do Lubba like that.
Okay, I like Lubba. But compared to Rosalina, I don't know. He ain't that cool.
You can feed him star bits.
Why do I want to do that?
You can feed him. You can throw star bits at him, and he'll be like, "Yummy."
You say like that's a selling point. You can feed him.
You can feed him. You can throw star bits at his face, and he'll be like, "Yummy."
I don't know, Monica. Personally, I think Lubba's eating too much.
Are you fat shaming Lubba?
No, I'm just saying that Lubba should think of going on a diet.
Oh my god! Listen to this man.
But anyway, there's that. Some people have complained about Some people complained that Mario 64 isn't a full-on remake in terms of graphics. Like, people, like, they upscaled the game, which I personally thought was good enough. You know, I was like, alright.
I didn't think they were gonna do that, but they did.
Yeah, I thought it was just straight up fucking port.
It's technically a remaster. All the textures are updated and stuff like that.
But everyone's like, nope, not good enough. We need it looking like Odyssey.
And the actual resolution of the game is like, it's not blurry like the N64, but it's not super sharp like an emulator. It's a good smooth in between, and I really like that.
That's what happens when you get the official people to do it.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, we'll get to that too. But we'll get to that complaint too. But again, so there's that. They fucking dislike how Nintendo's treated Mario 64, even though I feel like they treated it pretty fucking well. So they were expecting an Odyssey-style remake in a fucking collection, which makes literally no sense. If you were gonna get an Odyssey-style remake, that shit's being released on its own. There's no way in hell that's being released in a collection with 2 other big AAA games.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
It's a miracle that all 3 of those games fit in one tiny little SD card cartridge looking thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't know.
bruh.
Seems like some people are just a bunch of whiners.
Yeah.
Zero, sir, do you have a comment on them removing gay Bowser? I'm glad you asked, Erd. Now, I think apparently that whole thing is they're apparently this. I think it was like Mario never said bye-bye in the original N64 version, and he only said it in the re-released Japanese version. So everyone's like, he said that. That means it's that version. I don't know if that's the case.
I think he said bye-bye. I think he said bye-bye in the Japanese version. Did he not?
He did. That's what I said. But it was in the re-release version of it. It wasn't the original Japanese version where he said
that's what
that.
I was saying.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. So people are saying that, and they're saying in that version he doesn't say "so long, King Bowser" is what it's supposed to say.
Yeah.
But that's not what we hear. What we hear is entirely different than what Nintendo wants us to hear.
If they removed it, I don't blame them, but at the same time, it's like, I don't care.
I mean, it is like a little like, oh no, like, yeah, for the memes, upsetting, but honestly, I'm not gonna lose sleep at night for losing so long, gay Bowser.
I hope that
gay Bowser will live in our hearts.
I hope that they didn't remove the BLJ though. People kept saying that.
That was something people were talking about, but honestly, I'm not a speedrunner, so I really don't care.
I like doing BLJs just because they're fun. So.
Yeah, whatever, Monica. You're part.
They're fun. They're fun to do.
I'm trying to think of other complaints. There was the fucking shit. What else did they complain about? Because I'm trying to think. There was the GameCube controller. There's what else have people been upset about? I think that was it. There might have been more. I'm actually not entirely sure what else anyone else was upset about. But yeah, I don't know.
You found it weird that like the HUD for Mario Sunshine, the little buttons didn't change.
Well, yeah, this wasn't really something people were upset about, but this was like a weird decision and something I'm still kind of confused about. So we could tell from the Mario 64's like start screen, they changed the icon to be press plus because the Switch has a plus button. I guess. I mean, even though before all it said was press start, I'm pretty sure, and I mean, I feel like people would have still understood what the fuck that means. But they decided to change it to press plus. So I was like, all right, I guess you want to be cute with it. But then Mario Sunshine still has the HUD button for the flood nozzle. When you want to change it to the hover nozzle, it says like press X, but it was the GameCube's icon still instead of like the Switch's X button. So like, I don't know if they just forgot to change it.
So by no GameCube controller support, that means if you plug a GameCube controller in, the controls won't like change or appear like as GameCube controllers.
It's not gonna register as a GameCube controller. It's gonna register as a Pro controller.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like Smash Bros, where Smash Bros registers your GameCube controller as you using a GameCube controller and thus tailors your experience. Because I was
thinking like maybe the guy recording that video plugged in the GameCube controller and then it read it as GameCube.
See, and that's the thing. The other weird thing about it is confirmed that this has no GameCube controller support. Because if you do go on the website of the Mario All Stars, there is like a little thing. I think the Japanese website. I'm actually not sure. I think it was the Japanese website. There's like a little thing that shows all the controllers that work for it, and GameCube controller is deliberately on there, and it says no. Like, it shows all the controllers. That one is deliberately says like you cannot use this. So
it could have just been an oversight. Like they probably just forgot.
Maybe.
If I'm being honest.
I did think I was thinking too much into it.
Either they forgot or they think it didn't matter because they were gonna bind to the same button anyway.
I mean, see, that's the weird. See, that reason's the weird one, because I'm like, well, maybe they didn't think it mattered. But I'm like, okay, well, the weird part with that though is you went out of your way to change the fucking pause thing for Mario 64, but you're not gonna go out of your way to change the thing that appears throughout the entirety of Mario Sunshine.
It might be because they like Mario 64 more.
Favoritism.
It might be just a case of favoritism.
The Nintendo again showing that they don't like the GameCube.
Technically, Mario Sunshine out of those three was probably the least well-performed game in terms of sales and stuff like that.
You say technically, no, that's true. It did. It was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
The other ones are on like really good selling consoles, especially I think Galaxy probably sold the most out of all those games just because the Wii was a fucking sold amazingly.
Everybody had a Wii. Everybody.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I was like, everyone has a Wii.
Everybody had a Wii, and then chances are that Wii broke, and then they bought another Wii.
Yeah, sometimes you had two Wiis. Sometimes you want a Wii for the family and Wii for the kids. Everyone had a Wii. You had a Wii. I had a Wii.
There has been 4 Wiis in my house. The first one was from my mom's friend who just gave his Wii to us, and then we broke it, and then we bought another. We didn't mean to break it.
Yeah.
And then we bought another Wii, and then that Wii broke because someone stepped on it and like caved it in, so we couldn't put discs in it anymore.
Someone didn't like the Wii.
And then we bought another Wii, which is the Wii we have now, and then my brother-in-law has a black Wii downstairs.
Well, I mean, the Wii was good. So that's what I was like, I think 64 I think Sunshine is definitely at least selling one. But I don't know if they did like the least amount of work to them or anything. I don't know. Maybe they aren't going to change it. Maybe it was early footage. Maybe we're going to get a patch update that changes the icon, guys. That's what I'm hoping for.
Honestly, I do not care. Ever since like the Wii U came out, I've always wanted Mario Sunshine on like the Wii U, like a remaster or like a port or like a remake or a sequel.
Like the Wii U could run something like that.
You're stupid.
Bro,
you could run Mario Galaxy 2.
Well, I'm talking about a remake.
Oh, yeah, of course it could do that. Why wouldn't it be able to?
Because the Wii U's a failure, Monica.
Just because it's a failure doesn't mean it has bad hardware. Hardware.
I know, it was actually decently strong. But wasn't that much stronger than a Wii, though. I don't know. It probably could have done that. I'm mostly joking.
Regardless, ever since like the Wii U came out, I always wanted that. And like finally, it's like, oh my god, we're actually getting something for Mario Sunshine.
I just don't know if Nintendo would remake a fucking game on a failure console from a failure console.
They remade Luigi's Mansion.
On the 3DS, a successful console.
Yeah. The Switch is also a successful console.
No, but you were saying you wanted Sunshine remade on the Wii U. I was saying, well, the reason for that is, do they want a remade game from a failure console on another failure console?
I mean, maybe they were planning on it and then they didn't do it because it was a failure console.
They were like, maybe not.
And then the Switch came out and they were like, we can do it here. So they did.
Yeah, but then there is the biggest thing we forgot to talk about, which people in the chat have reminded me of, is the fact that this is a limited time only collection.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for the gift sub, Libitina. So yes, this collection as a whole is only available until March 31st. Mm-hmm. Now, of next year. Once that goes away, you cannot buy the game, you can't buy it digitally, and you can't buy it physically.
The only way you're going to be able to get it is if people are selling it for $200 on Amazon.
Yeah, so the scalpers are going to have a field day, basically.
Or if you go to Walmart and you're lucky and they're like, yeah, we got some left.
Yeah, if we got some left, I doubt that's happening, but...
Yeah. It might happen somewhere, you don't know.
Thank you for the resub, Rainbow. But yeah, so how I feel about this, I can't defend that. It's dumb. Yeah, there's nothing defending that. It's stupid.
It's a good chunk of time to have you pick it up, but it's still dumb.
It's really stupid. Because yeah, it's like obviously, yeah, like I said, like you said, it's a good chunk of time for you to go and buy the game, but after March, it's just like these aren't available anymore. But the other thing on why it doesn't disappoint me that much is Nintendo has done things that just don't make sense before when it comes to game availability.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I remember is on the Nintendo 3DS, if you're an ambassador for the Nintendo 3DS, I think that means like you got it early or something. If you got the 3DS early, you got to pick from Game Boy Advance games that you could download onto your 3DS. So once you so it was like, oh cool, the 3DS could run Game Boy Advance games. Nintendo never released Game Boy Advance games to everyone else on the eShop.
Wait, so you're telling me that the 3DS could play those games all this time?
Yeah,
I didn't even know this. Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing. I thought they didn't do it because they couldn't really play it.
See, that's the thing. When Nintendo was asked on why the 3DS didn't have Game Boy Advance games, they were like, "Oh, it's really hard to get Game Boy Advance games working on the console. I mean, on the system." And it's like, but you already did that, Nintendo.
They literally distributed it to people who got the console early.
Yeah, it's like you already did this. But for some reason,
was it every Game Boy Advance game they could pick from?
It wasn't every. It was certain ones you could pick from. They didn't give them every option. Like, they could pick from one of like a collection. It was like,
is there Pokemon?
I'm not sure if there was Pokemon. It's a good question. Thank you for the 100 bits, Redworm. Let me look it up real quick. 3DS, because that's the thing. It was super fucking weird that.
Yeah, I've always wanted like to play Fire Red or something on my 3DS, but like I thought they couldn't do that, so I was like, whatever. But then it turns out that they literally distributed it to people and then didn't distribute it to the public. Like, yeah, what? That's not nice.
They just said fuck everyone else, and then they said fuck everyone else, and then decided, I guess, to lie, saying that it doesn't work. Because here we go. The ones they could choose from were The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, Metroid Fusion, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Yoshi's Island Mario Advance 3, Wario Land 4, WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Not even any Pokemon games.
I mean, not any Pokemon games, but some pretty big GBA games, honestly. Like, Metroid Fusion and fucking Kirby and the Amazing Mirror and Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, honestly. Those are some pretty big games.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, they just decided that. So, again, that's something where that doesn't really make sense. So, that's why I'm not really that surprised that Nintendo's doing some dumb thing with this being a limited edition. Because another thing was also the fact that the Wii version of Mario All-Stars that came out on the 25th, that came out for 25th anniversary, that was also a limited edition, but then later came back as a Nintendo Selects. So, like, I don't really know why that even was limited edition. Like,
I don't know.
Like you said, Nintendo's weird. I don't support them doing the whole, oh, you can only buy Mario All-Stars until fucking March. But I'm not super surprised that they made another stupid decision.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe if people make a sting about it enough, maybe they'll actually maybe they'll like change it around. Maybe they'll be like, hey, you know what? We feel bad, but guys, we'll make it available all year round. And it's like, oh, thank you, Nintendo. And they're like, you know what? No problem. Or the dream. For some reason, Nintendo sounds like a New York uncle. But
yeah.
But the dream is that. Thank you, Libatina. The dream is that Nintendo. I'm thinking, at least. Granted, it's Nintendo, so I'm not entirely sure. That maybe they're saving these games for when they start releasing GameCube games and Wii games onto the fucking eShop.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, like, maybe that's what they'll do, you know? But again, this is Nintendo, so don't get your hopes up. These are the same people who gave us a plant for a Smash Bros. Character. Don't think this is gonna happen.
I'm actually want to bet that was entirely Sakurai's idea. He went to them and he pitched. He was like, I know you guys picked the characters, but like, can I put Piranha Plant in? And they were like, if you can make it work.
Yeah, sometimes I do feel like it was a flex by Sakurai to show us that he can put up Plant as a character. It feels like this sometimes.
Yeah, I think
Thank you for the bits, bruh, and then the other bits, Libatina.
I think it was just a thing where like they were like, yeah, you can, I guess, if you make it work. And he was like, don't worry.
Diablo says, like, they're literally just doing this because people have figured out that FOMO is a good driver of purchases. Also, see gacha games, console exclusives, and special 0-day purchase deals. Yeah, it definitely comes off as a little bit scummy because like it definitely is to get sales to be like booming and to get everyone to buy it. But it's also like not only does it seem like they're helping themselves, but it's like they're not doesn't seem like they're like not helping the consumer. They're not helping themselves because as everyone's been saying, they'd make more money if they just made this available all year round.
I don't understand where it's like, oh, we give you 6 months to buy it, okay? You will get so much money, and it's like, yeah, what happens when 6 months is up? You don't get any money from that game anymore.
Because then scalpers is gonna get money.
Yeah. How about you release it all year round and like forever? So then, forever you get money for the game for people buying the game forever.
That's a lot of forevers. I don't want to be a Mario that long.
I don't know if you release the game forever and opposed to releasing the game for 6 months, you'll get way more money. It's just long term. You just gotta wait longer.
Yeah, but overall, still hyped for the 3D ports.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely thinking of using the port of Galaxy to record Galaxy.
Yeah.
So definitely hoping that actually happens.
I'm very happy because I can't play Mario Sunshine anymore because my disc is scratched, and I can't run it on my computer. So it's like I can play Mario Sunshine finally. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Toast in the chat. He's like, first episode hype. He did it twice. And he's like, I want to be noticed. Really
he's just sad because we didn't invite him.
Bro, we didn't invite anybody for the first episode. Other episodes will probably have people. Right now, for the first episode, we just wanted to be me and Monica to kind of ease people in.
Yeah, and see how it goes.
So the next thing, I think we're done talking about Mario ports for now. The next thing that's slightly related to that, though, is Nintendo's holiday game.
Yeah.
The weird thing about this is, this one I'm not going to spend too much time on, I don't think, because I don't have much to talk about this. This is more of a confusion thing on my part. Because something everyone was expecting this like collection to be was, this was probably going to be Nintendo's holiday game. This is going to be the game that Nintendo pushes for people to get for Christmas. But it comes out in like 2 weeks, which was something no one was expecting when they announced it. Like, they kind of pulled a Paper Mario and the Origami King, except even earlier than Paper Mario and the Origami King. Like, this shit's coming out in 2 weeks. So now it's like, well, that game comes out in September. What game is supposed to be coming out in like November or October? Like, what's with their holiday lineup? The only game I can think of is like Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and I don't know if that's their holiday game.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
I don't know if Nintendo's like, hey man, y'all gonna get on Pikmin 3, y'all gonna play that Wii U game that we're porting over for holiday?
They put Deluxe on it just so you'd buy it. Nothing actually changes.
Squishy says new Pokemon, baby. Yeah, man. Sword
1
and Shield,
year
that never happened.
after Sword and Shield?
No, it never happened.
The only way that would be is if it was the Sun and Moon type of situation.
I've heard someone say Mario Kart 9. Some people are saying that the next Mario Kart. For that, I don't think so. Because we haven't seen anything about a Mario Kart game. Granted, can't really say that. Because we saw nothing about Paper Mario. And that happened. So I don't...
Yeah, Paper Mario was like, yeah, we're coming out in like a month.
Yeah, in like 2 months. And this is the first time you're seeing this game. And we're like, what? Huh? So I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, we could blame the, you know, the virus for that.
The Backstreet Boys concert, yes. The Backstreet Boys is ruining it. They really need to stop going on tour.
Yeah.
Can't they see they're ruining the lives of people?
I forgot what the substitute for it was, so I was like, I don't know if I should say it.
They really have to like stop ruining the entire lives of everybody. Like their tour is ruining everyone. They really need to stop. All right, they're being rude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their holiday game's gonna be. Who knows? Maybe they don't even have one. Maybe they release this early so that things don't fuck up later. So maybe there isn't a game prepared for October, like November for holiday. Who knows?
Yeah, it's very unpredictable right now.
I'll have to wait and see. I do think we're gonna get a Smash character though, just because it's been so long since Min Min was announced. So I think before the end of the year, we'll probably know who the next character is. That's about it. Don't really know when it's gonna. I can't really sit here and be like, I think it's gonna happen this day or this day. I don't fucking know, man. Just when it'll happen when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the next fucking thing we're going to talk about is an interesting topic, which is probably going to get us attacked because that's the whole point of this topic.
Oh.
Our unpopular opinions.
Yay!
So, you have some unpopular opinions. I have some unpopular opinions. I think it's about time we share these opinions with people. So, I don't think all of mine are unpopular. I think some of mine are actually, like, I think people can get behind, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like you know, how about you start with yours? What's the unpopular opinion you think you have?
You're putting me on the spot here, man.
I want people to hate you first.
I'm gonna start out with something very simple and something people won't care about. I like oatmeal raisin cookies.
You like raisins?
Yeah, raisins are good.
Ew.
I also like
In your cookies?
yeah, oatmeal raisin cookies are good.
I don't know.
Also, I like pineapple pizza.
Oh, see, well, we do that. that's just. We gotta get Monica out of here. Didn't know she likes raisins. Gonna need a new co-host for that one.
But I've told you I liked raisins.
I keep forgetting you like raisin cookies.
I also like craisins, which are cranberries instead of grapes.
What the fuck's a craisin? That's not a thing.
It is! We literally had a bag of them at one point. They are definitely a thing. Look them up right now. They are most certainly a thing.
I refuse to believe craisins
Craisins are a thing. They are dried up cranberries.
That sounds like you're making things up.
I am certainly not. We literally have them in our house.
Yeah, wait, craisins, dried. Why is that a thing? Ew.
It's good.
Some people in the chat are saying craisins are pretty good. Someone said get a new girlfriend.
Oh no!
Well, Monica, your time is up.
I also like dipping my pizza crust in ranch. Apparently that's unpopular. I've learned that. That's not
unpopular. I've seen people do that, but...
A lot of people hate that, though. A lot of people... It might be a fine line, and I'm just hearing the other side more, but...
Probably. That's probably what it is, if I had to guess. It's definitely something where you're hearing that side more, probably. I'm trying to think of an unpopular opinion of mine. Oh, it's kind of hard. I have many. Not really. I don't know, I just have opinions, and then people are like, you're weird, and I'm like, oh. I guess I'll just name opinions to see if it's unpopular. I think Call of Duty is the Madden of shooters.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not an unpopular opinion. I'm just gonna name some opinions and see what happens. Cause it comes out every year, and people I see every time. I don't know, man. Maybe this is just me, and I'm fully accepted. I fully accept that this could just be me. But every time I see like a new trailer or something come out, and everyone's like, "Bro, did you see the new Call of Duty trailer?" And then I go and look at it, and everyone's like, "Yeah, bro, look at that. Look how different it looks." It looks like the same game to me. I don't know. that game doesn't look very different than what happened last time.
I was never interested in this. Ever.
I
thought they were boring.
Well, wait, you cut out. You never interested in what?
I was never interested in those games because I thought they were boring.
Well, I don't know. Every trailer to me, it looks like the same game. They just, like, changed one thing, and then they were like, alright, this is different. Which is exactly what Madden does. They change one thing and then say, alright, this is your new Madden game. Have fun. And everyone's like, yay! Actually, not everyone's like, yay. Recently, I heard that people were actually getting mad at EA, so it's not a yay.
Finally, people have come to their senses.
Yeah, people are actually kind of getting pissed off with them, so, you know, that's a thing. EA's about to. Yeah, people actually, I think, are telling the NFL to take away their license from EA. I don't know. It's funny.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're tired of EA shit, bro. And I kind of am too. Let's go, boys. Actually, I don't play Madden that much, so I don't really care. But yeah, I don't know. It's at least more entertaining than Madden. That's personal preference. Toast. There could be someone who thinks Madden's more entertaining.
The day that the NFL take away their license from EA is like the best day.
But again, like I said, I don't know. I think I'm fully like, I'm fully prepared to be like, that's just because I'm not really into those games. Because there's probably something where I can see a difference between two games, and most people probably can't really see the difference in them, you know? Like, so maybe it's just I'm not that big of a Call of Duty guy. But to me, they keep looking the same. And it just feels like, or it's something where they're like, oh, they added this. And I'm like, what stopped them from adding that in the last Call of Duty? Was there anything that stopped them from adding that in the last Call of Duty? Or did they not add it so that they could just fucking have something for the next Call of Duty to make it different?
Yeah, they probably have all these ideas, and they're like, okay, we'll do that for this game, and then we'll do the other one for this game.
Then we'll save that one, for the next game. As I say, so I don't know. Yeah, the only Call of Duty I really played was World at War, because that had like custom zombie maps from Steam, and I played on Peach's Castle, and I thought that was pretty cool. That was a pretty nice thing.
Nothing like shooting zombies on Peach's Castle.
It didn't seem like that was the unpopular opinion. Chat isn't like trying to kill me exactly. Some people are seeing where I'm coming from. The most general response has been...
Oh! I have an unpopular... Finish what you're saying.
Oh, the most general response has been Madden's still better. No, that COD is still better than Madden. Which, yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't seen most fans upset at Call of Duty. I've seen mostly them being upset at Madden. So, yeah, most likely. But anyway, what's your other unpopular opinion you were saying?
We were discussing this earlier. I think Smash 3DS looks better than Melee.
I see. That's just stupid. That's not unpopular.
Mario's overalls are more gray in Melee.
Yeah,
it's washed out.
Yeah, but Smash 3DS runs on a resolution of like 192p.
No, it doesn't.
The 3DS's resolution is extremely low.
It's way better than the DS.
That's not saying much. Oh, you're better than the 192p guy? Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
It looks better, in my opinion.
I meant to type in 3DS resolution. I got 3DS restaurant. The 3DS resolution is 800 by 240 pixels. Congratulations, you're the lowest quality of a YouTube video.
No, 144p is the lowest quality.
Alright, the second lowest quality. 2K Sports about to take NFL games by storm. Yeah, that's definitely happens. Madden has basically been the same game, and it actually isn't an oversight. You can actually compare the games from 5 years to now, and there's probably only a handful of differences. Yeah. But then, like Rainbow just said, I mean, people say that about every sports game. That is true too. Almost every sports game looks very similar to each other.
Is there at least graphical differences?
Probably.
Or no?
If you're changing consoles, but I feel like that's just a given.
Okay.
Like, that's just kind of a given. It's like it's just kind of a basic change. What was your fucking? Oh, you're talking about Smash 3DS being better. No 3DS game looks better than a GameCube game. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I think Melee is more polygonal than Smash 3DS.
You're crazy. Oh, what else? I think Baldi's Basic sucks. I also think Bendy and the Ink Machine isn't as good as everyone says it is.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
It's the only thing I really like about it is the style. The story is pretty.
And that's practically what everyone liked about it, is the way it looked.
The story's pretty the gameplay is pretty bare bones, and yeah, that's kind of that's my opinion on that one. It seems I don't like a lot of other indie games. That's sad.
Yeah. You suck.
For everyone who was expecting the Zero Baldi's Basic playthrough, I'm so sorry.
I don't think anybody was.
That one guy was.
The one guy was like, no, he's not gonna play.
There was one guy who's like, fuck! I was expecting that!
You wouldn't be able to win anyway.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Actually, I don't know. That game's just not even programmed correctly.
It's very luck based.
You got any other unpopular opinions?
Trying to think of some.
I think Sonic Adventure 2 is a good game.
That's not that unpopular.
Right? Oh, wait, so someone say Sonic Colors was a bad game? I think Sonic Colors was a good game.
Mario Sunshine is the best 3D Mario to me.
You're gonna have to stop right there, bub.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Though I haven't played Odyssey yet, so I don't know. I don't know if I can speak yet.
One. Sunshine's a good game. I don't know if it's the best 3D Mario game.
It's the best one. I like it more than Galaxy. I love the setting, and I love like how.
I think my problem with Sunshine is that Sunshine's difficulty wasn't consistent. Like,
yeah, that's might be a problem.
You would go from like a really hard level to then like a really easy level, and then a really hard level, and it's just like it just doesn't make sense. That's why I think I like Galaxy more. Galaxy's a little linear, but to be fair, I would say Sunshine is also just as linear. Because when you do go in an episode on one of those shines, it's not like you can get which one you want. No, yeah. Petey Piranha only appears in that episode. You have to go get Petey Piranha.
Yeah. It would be nicer if it was more open world, but
I was saying, so it's like I feel like both of them are pretty linear. So that's why I think I enjoy Galaxy a bit more than Sunshine just because of that. Because the difficulty curve isn't as ridiculous and weird. Also because all of Galaxy's levels work and Sunshine is the pachinko machine.
I always thought Galaxy was the hardest. Galaxy was really hard for me when I played it. I don't know why, but it was really hard.
Galaxy was
all the time.
Galaxy wasn't the easiest one by far, but it definitely was not the hardest either.
It was the hardest for me. It was like the hardest Mario game, and Sunshine was like way easier than Galaxy, so I ended up playing Sunshine way more than Galaxy.
Bro, I hear that fan. I hear Cleveland.
Cleveland wants to be in the podcast.
Cleveland, we said no guests. So, no guests in episode 1. Cleveland, you're going to have to get the fuck out.
But this guest is here with me in real life.
Too bad.
And I need him here.
Too bad.
He supports my body temperature.
Bug says that Galaxy was fairly easy from what he remembers. Oh.
And Galaxy was really hard.
I don't know. Galaxy was always kind of easy, I think.
Not for me. Definitely not for me. The first dome with all of those like beginning galaxies, those were fine. Anything after that was hard for me. I couldn't do the rest. It was too hard. I don't know. I think ridiculous.
There were some things I guess could be a little confusing. I think that was mostly because Galaxy for one, honestly, I think was one of the Mario games that didn't really tell you what to do a lot of the time.
You know what Galaxy suffers from? Depth perception. It's really hard to see where you're going sometimes when you're doing certain things. That's why it's hard for me. Yes, because there's sometimes you're jumping off poles and then you can't tell where the next pole is because you can't change the camera. You can't change the camera because you're using Wiimote, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so you can't actually look around and see where you're going. The camera is fixed in a certain spot. And in most cases, for me, the reason why it was hard is because it was lacking depth perception. So I couldn't see a lot of things.
I haven't played Galaxy in so long, I kind of can't challenge you on that.
Because I swear to God that I've heard people say that, and I've also heard people say that Galaxy would benefit for being on the 3DS because of that.
Ew. Galaxy would benefit from
because of its poor depth perception.
I can't really challenge you on that. But I can't challenge you until September 18th when the Mario 3D All Stars comes out. Then I will be able to tell you.
I haven't played Mario Galaxy in a little while, and when that comes out, I'll play it again and we'll see how it goes.
And then you'll be like, I think I love it more than Sunshine.
I don't know if it'll get to that point. I think Sunshine is at a point where it is forever locked as my favorite Mario game.
Nostalgia.
I don't know if that's gonna change.
Nostalgia.
I put so much time. I put hundreds of hours into that game. I try speedrunning that game. I try glitching it. I try doing all this shit. I put so much time into that game. I love it to pieces. I love it so much.
Bug said, I think Monica's just not used to having her hand held. Yeah, Galaxy doesn't hold your hand a lot, honestly. Because I remember there's like that one thing where you have to fucking use a bullet bill and to like hit a cage, and they don't really tell you to do that. You just kind of have to figure that out on yourself. And I think it's the Battle Dome Galaxy, I think was the one I'm thinking of. Where it's like, and it's like under you. It's super hard to kind of know what you're doing with it.
You do that multiple times in the game. That's literally one of the first things to do in the game. That's the first Galaxy.
Okay, well, see, I'm trying to help you out on why you might not fucking know what to do, but you know.
No, it's not that I don't know what to do. I know what to do because I'm not dumb. Okay? So, like, I don't need a game to hold my hand because I know what to do. It's just hard to play the game because I'm falling all the time because of the depth perception and just the difficulty of some of the things. Like, there's that game where you have to, like, it's like a little planet in itself in like a junk galaxy, and you have to throw bombs at all of these trash piles, and you have to do it perfectly.
Well, that's meant to be hard though.
But that's like in the middle of like the second dome.
But that's optional.
Okay, but why is it there in like the second dome anyway?
Because it's an optional mission. I don't know. If you want to count optional missions, that's not as hard as the pachinko machine. All right.
I am telling you, the only reason the pachinko machine is hard is because there's a glitch in it that they can very easily fix.
Regardless if it's because there's a glitch or not, the fact that it's there makes it hard, and that's why I don't like it very much.
If that glitch wasn't there, it would be way easier to do.
Yeah, well, too bad it's there, so we have to suffer.
Well, maybe they fixed it in the ports.
Zero acting like his favorite Sonic game isn't Sonic Adventure 2, says Bug. I already said that as my unpopular
You already said
opinion.
that. Yeah.
And he's my favorite. I know it's bad though.
No, Zero's favorite Sonic game is Sonic Forces. You don't lie to people.
It's really not. It's kind of a lie, personally.
Personally.
It's kind of a lie. Alright, so this is now the section of my little notepad where I pick chat topics. So chat, this is where you guys can suggest the topic and we might talk about it. Monica should probably have chat open on her fucking end too, so she can look for topics as well.
How long have we been blabbing our mouths for?
It's been an hour.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Did I?
Hold on for what?
I'll be right back.
No. Well, now, guys, I will talk about your topic without Monica until she comes back. So don't worry, guys. I'm here. Online-only games, the lack of end-of-life plans for said games. Online-only games? Are there online-only games? Oh, God. Oh, wait. There are online-only games. Oh, that does suck. See, having a game that's online-only, I feel like you already weren't expecting those games to live very long. Because, yeah, it's like, as you said, it's like the end of life. Like, once those games go, like, once they stop being supported, they're just gone. I feel like online-only games should probably stop in a way. Because, yeah, it's kind of hard to keep certain games, like, afloat and stuff. Because they could just be taken off of, like, a store and everything about those games are now entirely over. And there's nothing you can do. Like, is there a physical version of Fortnite? There isn't. So if they just took Fortnite off of everything, Fortnite is gone. There is nothing. There's nothing left. The entirety of Fortnite can just disappear. Well, you guys are saying there is. There is? Is there? There's a physical copy of Fortnite. I do not think there's a physical copy of Fortnite. The PlayStation skin exclusive. That's not a disc! I'm talking about a disc where you can put in a disc and then Fortnite is like... and you can play the game. Look it up. Is it actually is there actually a disc? Is there actually a physical copy of Fortnite that lets you play Fortnite? Those Switch Online games are going to be gone in 10 years. Yeah, that's another example. Fucking Tetris 99. Actually, I think Tetris 99 has a cartridge. Actually, I'm pretty sure that actually... Didn't they release... They released a case for that, actually. Pretty sure recently that did actually get a physical release. So, I mean, that Mario Battle Royale thing's going away. Well, yeah, the NES games are obviously going to go away, but those games are technically always already exist. It's not like they made like a Nintendo Switch exclusive fucking... No, they made a Nintendo Switch exclusive game on the NES. Fortnite is free on like how many stores? Yeah, I mean, it's a free game. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we probably should stop making online-only games if they want the games to last. Because yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Deals go south, things happen, and then that game in all of its entirety is just gone. And we have nothing to remember it by except for, well, the internet and merchandise. PS4 has a physical Fortnite disc. Okay, so that's confirmed. All right, well, I guess... Well, Fortnite's a bad example. Fall Guys. There's no physical Fall Guys thing. That game could disappear. Yet. Yeah, definitely a yet. Game companies usually have usually 3 options. Sell the IP, patch the game so it runs offline, release the source code so people can make an emulator. Sadly, companies usually go with the secret 4th option. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, Boy Trooper, you are correct. That is the secret 4th option. Also, to be fair, there's not much of a single player on Fortnite, so... I mean, there's the Save the World, but no one plays that, so... And there's that. Anyway, other topics you guys want to throw out there. Can you talk about Sonic Heroes? What is there to talk about from Sonic Heroes? It was an okay game. I didn't enjoy the fact that to get the final story, you have to play through the game 4 times. It has Big the Cat. I think that's a very important aspect of Sonic Heroes. Like, I can talk about Sonic Heroes in depth, but I don't think I should. That's why I'm like this isn't my Sonic Heroes review, nor have I recently played Sonic Heroes. So it's like, giving an entire, like, review about Sonic Heroes just feels weird. It just feels weird and unnecessary. Any anime you guys have watched recently? Well, since it's just me, because Monica's not here, I recently finished Cowboy Bebop with Rainbow and Magic and Crow. So, they should know that. And I really enjoyed that. It was a good show. It was a good show. I really liked it. Well, it was a nice short one too. Highly recommended for anybody who wants to watch an anime that isn't super fucking long. I think it works really well for that. Hey, Zero, what's the first Pokemon game you played? I think it was Fire Red. Yeah, because I didn't play the original Red. I'm not that fucking old. I'm not a fucking fossil. Alright, so... I didn't play the original Red, but I played the remake. And I remember being complete garbage at it. I would always get rid of... I think I would just give my Pokemon any move I thought was cool with the TM without looking at the type they were. So, like, I'd give Charizard Hyper Beam because I'm like, Hyper Beam is cool, and I want him to have Hyper Beam. Even though Hyper Beam is probably, like, the worst thing to give Charizard. So, you know, I just gave things I thought looked cool on the Pokemon. I didn't even care about what type they were. If they could learn it, I was like, yeah, give it to them. That move's cool.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about how good I am at, fucking Pokemon back in the day. I used to give just any Pokemon any move.
Me too.
Zero, what is your opinion on the impending doom of the human race? I mean, that sucks, but at least I get to play Mario Sunshine in a few weeks.
I used to use the Poke DNS tool or whatever. Have you ever used that?
Don't even know what the fuck that is. Don't even know what the fuck that is.
It was a website where you could practically generate any Pokemon, and then it would give you a DNS code, and you go to your DS settings, and you'd replace your DNS code with that DNS code, and then when you went to the trade center in the game, it'll give you the Pokemon you generated.
I like you're saying like DNS. Go to your DNS code.
DNS code.
Sounds weird. I don't like that. Squishy asked me, "Do you prefer the old Eggman voice over Mike Pollock?" I like both actually. I like Mike Pollock does a good job as Eggman nowadays. I definitely enjoy. I always liked his voice, but I also like old Eggman. I like the fucking Sonic Adventure. No way! I can't believe this. Like, I can't like not like that guy. That guy he brings me joy with his existence. But yeah, I'm fine with Mike Pollock though too. Obviously, he's a good Eggman. Wish I could say the same thing about Sonic voices though. I don't know, man. I only like Roger Craig Smith as Boom Sonic.
I like Boom Sonic's voice.
Oh, there you go. Oh wait, that's your unpopular opinion, Monica. You have one. You said you like Sonic Boom Sonic's design the most out of all the Sonic designs.
No, it wasn't his like design. It was just the blue arm. I think Sonic looks better with blue arms, and I think the Boom voice sounds better.
Well, he doesn't only have blue arms in Boom compared to everything else, you know, right?
I know, but
like,
if classic, or not classic, if like the other Sonic had like instead of the pale arms.
No, I don't care about the arms. I'm talking about the design itself. Like you like the scarf and the fucking weird how long he is.
Yeah, I like that.
How long of a man he is. I don't know. If I feel like Sonic Boom Sonic is a decent design. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my favorite. Like it's still like the regular design for Sonic.
I think it's a matter of I grew up with that one.
And then when it comes to the voice acting, like I mentioned before, I don't hate Roger. I just think that his voice for Sonic only really works for Boom Sonic. I feel like he doesn't really work well for regular modern Sonic. Now, of course, this could definitely just be due to what Squishy said with the writing just kind of being shit recently, and that probably does play a big role. The writing definitely has not been the best for the Sonic series, so that definitely could be one of the main reasons as to why I'm not a big fan of him being modern Sonic. But I also I don't know, the voice just doesn't seem I don't like it coming out of the design. I really feel like it works better for his weird, skinny, long blue self. I don't know.
It might be because he sounds more mature, and Boom Sonic is like bigger, taller.
Yeah, I think that is why. I think it's the voice does sound more mature, so yeah, it's definitely a little weird. Yeah, Baldy McNose there. Yeah, I don't know why fucking Sonic. You can tell the writing was really. You can tell the writing was really good in Sonic Colors when they all thought that was like a Class A joke, and they for some reason kept bringing it back like it was funny, when it really wasn't. Like I was like, guys, this joke isn't that good. Why do you keep saying it? The more you say it, doesn't make it funnier.
Sonic saying Baldy McNose hair compilation when?
What's the best Kirby game, and why is it Kirby's Epic Yarn? Alright, Redworm, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You are clearly lying to me.
I've never played a Kirby game properly. So
Kirby's Epic Yarn is a fine game. Don't get me wrong. But it is not the best Kirby game because you don't even get to be Kirby in it. I mean,
what?
No, you are Kirby. He's just Yarn. But he can't swallow enemies or copy their abilities. He just unravels them with his little yarn tail.
Well, that doesn't sound like Kirby.
It's not. So that's what it's like. That's my issue with it, at least. I don't like that Kirby. That's my problem with it. However, I do think Epic Yarn is a decent game, though.
Actually, I did play a Kirby game. I have the 25th anniversary Kirby collection, and on that you can play Crystal Shards, Kirby Crystal Shards. And I played that, and I liked that game. That was a good one.
It is a good game. That's one of the best games.
I don't think I finished it because I think I got stuck somewhere, but I got pretty far. I like that game though.
That's some people's favorite Kirby game because it you can combine the powers.
Yeah, that was the one game I played on it because that was like the one 3D game on there. I was like, I want to play a 3D Kirby. That was like the one on there.
You see, Squishy's right. Kirby's Epic Yarn is probably the most baby Kirby game, and that is saying something. Exactly. This is already a game where you can infinitely jump. So the fact that there is a game that's even more baby than the entire series, like, that's definitely saying something. What's your opinion on the Kirby lore? The Kirby lore, I think, is amazing just due to how much work they put into it for literally no reason.
And how dark it is?
Yeah. It's just like, it's so weird, and then and just how much it is in the background. It's like they put so much work in creating it and making it so dark and disturbing, and then they don't even talk about it. Like, you can just play the games and not know anything about the lore at all because they don't show it at all.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Kirby lore. I just know it's dark.
Yeah, it's really weird. They didn't know that the fucking thing that just eats things, eats everything in existence, is really deep lore. Now it's time for the real questions. Zero, when you gonna meet me on my court? Bro, I don't own 2K. I can't meet you on my court. Monica, you need to play a Kirby game.
I played Crystal Shards.
Like, you need to play more Kirby games.
Okay.
Because every other time, I remember before, I was like, you want to play Return to Dreamland? And you were like, nah, I don't want to play Kirby. And I'm like, what's wrong with Kirby? He's better than Spyro.
He's not!
I don't know.
You're just saying that to get under my skin now.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, someone said, Ironheart Forge said, hello guys, I'm just in time. You guys tried the Avengers game yet? I did not, but I heard people talking about it. People were talking, like, at first I heard a lot of people say they didn't like it. And then randomly I started hearing a bunch of people saying they like it again. I don't know what happened. Like, did something happen to that game that I just don't know? I'm not in with the trends of what we're hating nowadays, you know? It's hard
when it comes to Nintendo, you are, but outside of that...
Well, it's because the Nintendo crowd is a loud minority.
They certainly are.
They won't shut up, alright? They try to find problems with anything. Nintendo could give them 3 games or something they always fucking wanted, and then they still will find issues with it. I can't play Mario Sunshine with a GameCube controller. This collection is ruined.
I honestly hate that about them, like, for real.
They're like, kind of upsetting that Mario 64 isn't a full-on HD remake that runs at 60 FPS alongside
like,
Mario Galaxy 2.
Like, I'm a Nintendo kid, so it's kind of fucked seeing that shit. It's like, guys, can you chill?
Really upsetting that Nintendo didn't put Luigi in Mario 64. Come on.
He was gonna be in the game. Why didn't you put him in?
I'm really upset this isn't the DS version. The Square Enix Marvel game. Yeah,
people were actually saying that, and I was pissed.
I mean, I don't know. I always thought the original one made more sense to port over. I don't think I feel like the DS version doesn't have the same weight as the original does.
The DS one isn't bad, but it's like not Mario 64. It's like completely different. They did too much. They're like, it's a remake, but they did too much to it, you know? Like, it's too far now for it to be considered a remake.
So wait, someone's talking about the beta thing to me. They're saying, I think the beta didn't have the story fleshed out enough yet. Now the full version is out and it's much better. Oh, okay. So the game the game is out now. Oh. Okay, so people were like, I think were playing from the beta is probably what I heard. And then now everyone likes it, I guess, the full game. Okay, that's cool. I know someone who legitimately thinks that the Marvel Mobile Gacha game is a good game because it lets him see Marvel characters despite the fact that it sucks money out of them, so I wouldn't be surprised any opinion regarding that game. Yeah, I don't know. The Marvel fan base seems fine, though. They seem to appreciate a good game. Nintendo fans, I don't know. They make me upset to be a Nintendo fan.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't help when Nintendo makes actual questionable decisions, and then I'm like, guys, no, stop, no, no, Nintendo, don't release Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch for $60. You had it for $20 on the Wii U. All you added was Funky Kong. No, that doesn't make it full price.
No.
Zero, what do you think about the Xbox? Oh, this is going a few ways. I think the Xbox is fine.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do think that the Xbox that the Xbox isn't isn't the best choice when it comes to picking a console. Like, if the Xbox is on sale and you have money to buy that or a PlayStation and the Xbox is like really cheaper than the PlayStation, then yeah, and if you just wanted to play a third-party game, then sure, go at it, go wild. But if you're gonna, all right, see ya, bro. Thanks for the bits. But if you want to get like a console you're gonna be playing for a while and stuff, I honestly just think you should just go for the PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch. Or I'd even say PlayStation. Switch, I guess, if you want to play Nintendo games. But because my issue with the Xbox is obviously the issue everyone says. They're like, it doesn't have exclusives, and it's like, well, yes. Like, I hate to be that guy to say that, but it's like, that's kind of a big deal. It kind of makes it that there's no reason to buy an Xbox, because you sit there and you're like, oh, well, you think about the games you can play. So you're like, all right, well, I'm going to go buy my Xbox. Oh, I can either buy an Xbox or a PlayStation. So you're like, all right, well, on the Xbox, I can play, because both of them get the same third parties. Let's be honest here. Both of them, they get all the same ones. Any third party that's on the PlayStation will be on the Xbox as well. So that's fine. But then, so you're just like, all right, well, what games can I only play on the Xbox and what games can I only play on the PlayStation? So you look at the Xbox. You got Halo. You got Forza. You got Gears of War. Sunset Overdrive. See, I do my research. Fable is on the PC. Even Halo's on the PC, so I mean, I don't know. See, and the thing is, that's the hard part too. It's kind of like, do you count PC? Are we counting games that are console exclusive? Or are we not count? Because if you count the PC, then Microsoft really has no exclusives. So I think it's best to not count PC versions of the game, and let's just count for consoles.
I think Xbox should just go from being a console to a computer.
Yeah, but then it was like, because then you compare it to like a PlayStation, and you're like, all right, what games can I exclusively play on the PlayStation? All right, well, you got Last of Us. Despite what 2 did, there's still 1. But one didn't do anything.
Here's an unpopular opinion.
No, we'll get to that later. Let me continue my thing. Don't change the subject yet.
Okay.
So we got Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War, Persona. Actually, no, not Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is on the Xbox. Congratulations, Kingdom Hearts 3. You weirdo.
You are now third party.
Spider-Man. I guess he's always kind of been third party. Spider-Man. Fucking. Bro, Knack. I can't forget about Knack. Who could forget Knack? I will never forget Knack.
Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong with Knack?
Nothing. It's just you.
It's your Knack, Zero. Your Knack.
You and fucking Knack.
Knack's cool. Knack's the meme. Crash Team Racing's on every console. So for the person who said Anthony said Crash Team Racing. That's on every console. There's also other exclusives I really just can't think of right now. Because I'm being told to on the spot. Red Dead Redemption is also on every console. I don't think you guys can think of exclusives either. The point being is that PlayStation, I think, it's not only the fact, and then people are going to be like, oh, but there's other Xbox exclusives. And there are other Xbox exclusives, but they aren't really, I don't want to say they're not good games, but they're not known games. Like, it's like, it's like, oh yeah, Xbox got that one game, Like they'll say in game, and it's just like hell, half the time, if I'm being honest, when they start pulling out Forza, that's when I know you're running out of games. When you pull out Forza or Gears of War, one series that should have been dead a long time ago, and the other one's just Forza, which Forza's fine, but I mean, is Forza gonna sell you on an Xbox? So you're gonna buy an Xbox because you're like, oh yeah, it's got Forza. It's like, I don't know about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry, I had to go to the PlayStation Store real quick. Ghost of Tsushima, Infamous. Like, yeah, it's just like, it's like, so yeah, when it comes down to it, in case almost a Castle Minor Z. Oh yeah, Bloodborne. Never forget about Bloodborne. So yeah, when it comes down to it, you're probably going to be able to play more games that people talk about, or just, you know, better quality games if you just buy a PlayStation. Also, PlayStation just has a better GUI. I apparently learned that the Nintendo Switch isn't alone in not having music on their fucking menu. Apparently Xbox does that too. What's wrong with people and not having music? What happened? Like, did everyone just like get tired of having music on menus, so they just made shit silent? Like, why?
I don't fucking know.
Why is Sony the only fucking place that has music for their menus? It's too much money. I doubt it's too much money to have a fucking menu at your fucking music play at your menu.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, so that's my opinion on Xbox. I think it's fine. If you have an Xbox and you're watching right now, you know, all power to you. You want to play Halo and Gears of War, then do it. You know, that's all you. I don't care. All right, if you think it's good, then fine, whatever. But me personally, I never had a reason to buy an Xbox. They never gave me a reason to buy an Xbox. I never actually sat there and was like, well, shit, I gotta buy the Xbox now.
Yeah.
Like, I bought a PlayStation, and there hasn't been a game yet that I've been like, oh, damn, I can't play. So yeah, it's just, that's kind of the upsetting thing about the Xbox to me. But yeah, if you like the Xbox, then by all means, you play your Xbox. You have fun with the Kinect. But most people who have Xboxes, honestly, I think like 50% of the people who buy an Xbox is because their friends have Xbox.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, well, my friends have Xbox, so I guess I'll buy Xbox. It's not because I think the Xbox is better than the PlayStation. There's a few people who do think that. Not saying those people don't exist, but I feel like a majority of people, you bought an Xbox because, well, Jimmy down the street has an Xbox, and I want to play games with him, so
Yeah.
guess I'm buying an Xbox. What's your favorite Pokemon move out of all of the Pokemon games? I don't really have a favorite move.
There's like over 1,000 moves.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite move. Bro, my favorite move is Explosion because you blow up. It's a pretty good move. Alright, so what was your...
That's edgy.
What was your other unpopular opinion, lady, that you wanted to do that's gonna get this fucking... You're gonna get us, like, canceled.
That, Last of Us 2 isn't that bad.
Alright, so... This is
I
where...
like it.
This is where we have to do ground control.
I think that, without getting into spoilers, that it's fine.
Without getting into spoilers, I feel like everyone and their grandma knows what happens in this game at this point.
I think what happens in the beginning is sort of justified. Or not, maybe not justified, but like, I can understand it.
I feel like everyone knows what the fuck happens in this game because everyone fucking talked about it. Was like, what? So if you're like, it's also been out for a while. I feel like we can just say it at this point, right? Like, even people who don't play Last of Us 2 knows what happened in The Last of Us 2. Alright, I guess spoiler if you don't know, Last of Us 2 happens in Last of Us 2. But, anyway, in Last of Us 2, Joel dies from a golf club accident. Another character kills Joel with a golf club. So, and everyone was pissed off about that. And, honestly, I don't think the game is that bad. Now, I don't think the game's amazing. I don't think Last of Us is on the same tier as the first game, in my opinion. I think it's okay. Like,
The first game is, yeah.
I think if I had to give Last of Us like a rating, I think it's like a 6 out of 10. Last of Us 2, it'd be like a 6 out of 10. Because like the gameplay was still fun for me. I really enjoyed the gameplay changes and everything added. That was still fun. The story parts, there were some story elements that were definitely like, huh? Like the ending was, it wasn't the worst. I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people were like the ending was garbage, but I could see what was happening from the ending. It just could have been better executed. But the big thing that everyone does seem to really sit there is the fact that they're like that Joel died. I feel like Joel dying had to happen. I think just the way it was executed, yeah, that could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been more like, but then there's the thing where it's like, it could have been more heroic, but then it's like,
well,
Joel was a shitty person.
That's not even my issue. My issue is that it could have happened later. My issue was making Joel die that fast in the game was like, well, Jesus, what? Like, I'm not saying the man had to sacrifice himself so we see him as a hero. I feel like the way he died was fine. The way he died is fine. Sure, go ahead. He's not supposed to be a good guy because he's not a good guy. He killed a lot of innocent people. So if you want him to die in a brutal way, sure, he deserves it in a way. He kind of fucked over humanity. His choice is not something you're supposed to agree with at the end of the first game.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something that you're kind of torn on. So it's like him being brutally killed by somebody who's rightfully pissed off by that is fine. However, doing it like the first 2 hours, I don't know about that one. Because that just kind of makes me like, well, what the fuck? Like, you kind of made him do a little bit more in the game, we react to them a bit more and stuff like that. But then he gets captured by Abby or something, and then that shit happens. But it was like, that happened in like the first 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely didn't think he had to. I definitely don't agree with the people who are like, he needed a heroic ending of like going out and like sacrificing himself. And it's like, but he wasn't a good guy.
Yeah.
He fucked over all of humanity because he wanted to save a little girl.
Him dying in a shitty way makes sense.
Like, yeah, you could see why he made the decision. But he still fucked over everybody and killed a bunch of doctors.
It's the fact of like, you play as him, so he is your protagonist, but he is everyone's antagonist.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that's the other thing too. It's like, even if you want to talk about how he didn't give them the cure, he also killed a bunch of doctors. Didn't do anything, mind you. He killed a bunch of innocent doctors.
Just so they wouldn't interfere.
He killed a bunch of unarmed innocent doctors. I think that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
He doomed humanity in the future generations. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. For someone to be pissed like Abby and come at him with a golf club, honestly, I feel like it's kind of justifiable.
It's a little bit, yeah. And the fact that he killed her dad.
I was like, it makes sense. Bug said these people just never coped with Lee's death. Yeah, see, Lee actually didn't do anything wrong. That's the thing. People can't compare Joel and Lee's death. Lee was actually a good person. So it's like, that's fine. Go ahead. Joel wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, Lee did one bad thing. I think he was in jail. He was going to jail for that in that game. So he did do a bad thing. And he killed his wife, I think he did. And the guy was sleeping with her.
Now, in terms of playing those characters, playing Abby and Ellie, I feel like they should have, instead of being like, okay, you play 10 hours with Ellie, and then you play 12 hours with Abby. They should have been like, you alternate between the two, depending on where they are in the story. You
mean the hero story and the dark story of Sonic Adventure 2? Yeah, I agree.
That is what it is. Oh my god.
I think personally they should have alternated between the two way more often and didn't just make it be like, all right, you play as Ellie for this first 8 hours, now play as Abby for this first 8 hours. If they like alternated a bit more between them, I feel like it could have worked way better. Because then you would actually care more about Abby as a character.
Yeah, because you go through everything Abby did, and you get to the end of Ellie's thing, and then it's like, okay, now we're gonna go all the way from the beginning, and you're gonna play as Abby, and you're gonna feel bad for her, and it's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you suddenly just make it be like, all right, time to feel bad for her, and it's like, isn't she pointing a gun at the character I was just playing? It's like, no, that's not happening yet.
Yeah, that could have been executed. That could have been executed way more. Way better.
It's like, oh, okay, I guess. But yeah, I do see Elvis being like, yeah, but a golf club. There's nothing wrong with him dying to a golf club. They wanted to make it painful, sure. Go ahead, fuck it, creative.
You could say that, because you know, like Ellie was like yelling at him like to get up and stuff like that. You could argue that it's like maybe he felt he deserved that kind of death, so that's why he didn't do anything or like didn't try to do anything.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think he could really get up. Did you see his fucking face?
Yeah, but like you'd think maybe he would try and do something.
Monica, did you see his face?
I saw his face.
Also, his leg still had a shotgun thing, and it's in his fucking leg.
But you'd think that like Ellie yelling at him would.
Monica, yeah, but that's the thing. This is also trying to be a realistic game. He's not Goku. He's not gonna get like angry and be like, "Now I'm mad, Frieza."
I'm not expecting him to get up. I'm expecting him to like.
He's not doing shit. That man's dead.
I was expecting him to maybe like use his hands to try and kind of lift himself up.
Don't just hit him again. What's he
gonna do? No. I was expecting kind of like lift himself up like a little tiny bit, and then she just smacks him and kills him.
I was surprised he was still alive when we showed up. I was like, damn, he's still alive? And then I was like, oh, there he is. It's like, well, now he's dead. A golf club, though? I don't understand what the problem with the golf club is. I feel like the golf club is, yeah, sure, they had a golf club.
They didn't really have anything else. Like, they weren't just gonna shoot him in the head and make it quick. They wanted to make him suffer.
How hard was he hit with a golf club to die? Maybe that was the point. Maybe that's why they picked the golf club. If they picked the bat, he'd die too fast.
They wanted to slowly kill him.
He had to use the golf club.
That's why they shot his legs and not his head.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. But there's also a lot of things The Last of Us 2, like I said, I don't agree with. I think the ending was also very weird. And like I said, the way they handled Abby and Ellie's thing was kind of weird too. Because that was another thing. In Abby's story, since they were kind of like, didn't do the alternating thing, by the time it got to Abby, they were like, look at all of Abby's friends. And I'm just like, okay, I killed these people.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because it's like, it tries to make you feel for the characters you know they're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, I already killed what? Hey, look, it's Mel. Oh boy, Mel. All I know about her is that she's dead. I killed her.
She was pregnant and I killed
him too. Like, that's all I know. I feel nothing for him. Because I know, or like the parts where they're like, oh, Abby's gotta find Owen. Where's Owen? I don't care where Owen is because I know he's fine because I have to kill him later.
Yeah, that's the problem where they make it seem like, oh, the stakes are high. You gotta find Owen. Owen's gonna die. We already know that.
I know where Owen dies.
Yeah, we know where and how because we did it. We did it. So making the stakes all high like that is like, there's no point.
It's like, I know it has to happen yet. All right, just wait for it. give it some time. But yeah, overall, I think The Last of Us 2 is an all-right game. I feel like it's not what a lot of people says. What a lot of people say, where they're like, it's horrible or it's garbage. It has like the same gameplay as Last of Us 1. So I mean, I feel like even a game with horrible story decisions, as long as it has good everything else, or at least decent everything else, it isn't like a complete garbage game. It's just an average game.
Yeah, it looks really fun. I didn't play it myself. I was just watching Zero play it, but it looks really fun still, so whatever.
I'd give it like a 6 to 7 out of 10. It wasn't like a bad game, but it was definitely not like as good as the first game.
It's passable.
Yeah, it's a passable game. Definitely would say it's the worst thing ever. Last of Us 2, worst game ever. Bro, Last of Us 2, complete dog shit. Okay, We're gonna do one more topic, then I think we might end the podcast here.
Okay.
Has anyone got one more topic to go? A crowbar, a pipe. No, crowbars and pipes kill too fast. Golf club was the...
Golf clubs are light and small, and if you smack someone in the head with that, they'd be like, ow! But if you smack someone in the head 10 times with that, they start bleeding, and they'd be like, please stop! Stop hitting me with that! You're gonna kill me! And it's just a really long, slow, painful death, because you can't kill someone instantly with a golf club.
Yeah. How's your day? My day's good. How do you know they kill faster, huh? Have you done it before? I mean, considering that a pipe is literally made out of metal, I would assume it's probably easier to kill somebody with a pipe than a golf club. A pipe seems way heavier.
The density and the material of the weapon, you'd have common sense of what's stronger.
Someone said Persona 5 anime dub. We might be able to fit in 2 topics, but not long to talk about this, because I don't have much to say about the anime dub. It looks okay. I think the anime dub looks fine.
I haven't yet to watch it, but I'm kind of curious. I might do it.
I mean, it doesn't really fix the anime. Anime's still pretty trash, but you know, the dub is
it's good for it's good for people like me who are just watching it because they are curious about an anime adaptation. That's why I watch anime adaptations, because I'm like, what does the anime do? I'm kind of curious to see how it looks in the anime.
Well, you do realize that's what everyone wanted. That's why everyone watched it, right? No one wanted to use it as a substitute, but that's the problem. The problem is, unlike Persona 4, where it was actually a reasonable substitute because of the way Persona 4 was in Persona 3, Persona 5, the animation is a garbage substitute because, if anything, some of the animation quality is worse than what it is in the game. So it has no reason to exist purely because of that fact.
Yeah.
It's like you're better off not even watching the entire anime and just skipping around the anime. Because like even the battle scenes are lame.
You're better off watching a playthrough.
Yeah, it's like even the battle scenes are kind of lame. Yeah, if anything, I kind of want Persona 3 movies to get dubs. I think that'd be cool. So thank you for the
they don't have dubs.
Thank you for the gift sub, Jackerdoodle, and thank you for the resub, Zeminator. Someone else said, I saw something that was interesting. Fuck. Thought I saw a topic. Shit, no, I can't find it. Wait. Oh, thank you for the 200 bits, Jack. I haven't given you anything in a while. I appreciate it, man. I don't think there was another topic. Maybe I've gone crazy. Oh, wait. What got you to become an entertainer? Here you go. Zeminator had one. That's what it was. Well, I think I've said this story before, but I guess I'll say it again. Oh, basically what maybe got me to start this channel was that, like I said, at the time, I was fresh off of a Ddlc high of, like, playing the game and stuff, and I was still, like, you know, really I was getting into the series. I was somewhat, like, active in the fan base, not that big. I just discovered that mods were a thing, so I was having a lot of fun with that. And then I would like play them every night too. And the thing you see me do in my videos with the voices was something I would do when I would play by myself. I would basically play the mods on my own and I'd still give them voices. The only difference between that and now is, well, before only me heard it. Only I heard that. That was just for me, my own personal entertainment. But now, so then I later saw that people were able to do that, like do a YouTube video, or doing like YouTube videos of that. So I was like, oh shit, people are recording themselves doing this. And I was like, I can probably do that. You know, I can give them voices and stuff. I think that could be kind of cool. So then I went to the Ddlc subreddit, as I usually do late at night, and was like, I'm going to play a mod. What am I going to look for? And in there, I found a new reality demo. I knew nothing about the mod. It just said a new reality. So I said, okay, I'm going to play this. And this will be the first video I decide to record. And that is where my first video that is still up to this day is started. And
then I'm here because
sounds like shit.
And then I'm here because I met Zero in a modding Discord server, because it was basically the same story. I was on a Ddlc high and I found out about mods, and I was like, bro, there's mods for this game? And I played Exit Music, and then I was like, I like this mod, and then I joined the Discord, and then Zero was in there, and then that's how we met. And now I'm here.
And then someone said, why Afro Zero? Why the name Afro Zero? I've explained this one too. So with Afro Zero, like I said, back in high school, I used to have a friend. For her, at one point, I just walked. I think it was in history class, is one of the classes we shared. And at one point, when I walked in history class, I guess at the time my hair was like poofy and kind of looked at like an afro. And for some reason, I guess at that time, I think she talked to me. She was trying to tell me something, and then she ended it saying, since said afro, and then she was like, "Oh wait, that's a cute name. I'm gonna call you that from now on." So from now on, she called me Afro, and I was just like, "Okay, I guess if that's what you want to call me." So I was used to people calling me Afro, even though it was really only her who said it. So then that's where the whole Afro Zero thing came in, because I needed, so it's like I needed something to go with Zero, because originally I did just want the name Zero, but I realized I couldn't just be called Zero because I needed something added onto it. And the reason why I liked the name Zero was because back then with Mega Man X, I thought that Zero was a cool name because the character Zero from Mega Man, which is weird because I wasn't really a big Mega Man X fan. I don't even remember how I like came across Zero. I feel like I came across him from like some Newgrounds Flash animations or just seeing him just on the internet. So I probably just like thought he looked cool because I was like, bro, he has a gun and he has a sword. I was like, he's fucking cool. So, and then I guess I just rolled with that, and I thought, and I like, there's other characters who were just named Zero as time went on that I always heard of, and I always just thought the name Zero was cool. So I wanted the name Zero, and then I remembered when I used to be called Afro, and then I was like, Afro Zero, that kind of works. I can kind of put that together. And then the name Afro Zero was born.
Yeah.
And now I don't regret it, luckily. Luckily, I don't regret it. Because, I mean, I'm fine with some, because I know some people don't call me Zero. Some people call me Afro. And I'm like, I'm fine with that, I guess. If people want to call me Afro, that's cool. Some people want to call me Zero, that's cool too. I'm fine with either, as long as I know who the fuck you're talking to. A whole 5 cents for episode 1 of the podcast. Thank you, Bug.
And everyone knows where my name came from, so there's no point in explaining mine. The only thing I can explain is the letters or the numbers in front and
and behind. You can explain the 3 Monica 4.
Yeah, it's just it's supposed to look like, I don't know. At the time, it was like, oh, it kind of looks glitchy, which is kind of cool. And it was the 3 is supposed to be the M at the beginning, so there's like 2 M's, and then the 4 is supposed to be the A at the end. It's supposed to look like glitchy, but it didn't at all. So I was just like, whatever. But it kind of stuck, so I was like, yeah, I'll keep that. Whatever.
Whatever. Bro, who calls this man Afro? There are some people who do. I've seen some people in like comment sections and stuff call me Afro. There's people who talk to me on Discord stuff call me Afro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a cool thing. It's a cool. I'm fine with it. I'm fine. Okay. I think is it about time we ended this?
I think so.
Oh, someone said, how long do you think people keep making mods for Ddlc? I don't know. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's kind of just visual novels. It's kind of just making like custom stories. When it comes to making stories for something, you kind of the sky's the limit. So
yeah,
so
not sure if there will be a true end. It might just go on
might just
until
die down. If anything, I don't know if there's ever going to be like a true ending to it. I think they're just gonna die down, if anything.
Unless someone at Team Salvato's like, you guys aren't allowed to make mods anymore, I don't think anything's gonna happen.
The weirdest part is that the community isn't even like dying down. The weirdest part about this is that more people are joining the community. The community's getting bigger as time goes on, which is really odd.
Yeah. It's like really cool.
So yeah, it's like more people are discovering the game, so that means more people are getting into the game, and then more people are figuring out more people are finding mods for the game. It's really weird.
Because there's people who like, I want more out of it because this is cool, and then they find the mods and they're like, oh my god, there's more stories that people make about it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so definitely interesting. The mods are growing the community. Yeah, weirdly enough, the mods are great. It's like the mods are growing, yeah, and then some people are finding it due to the mods, but some people are also just finding it just because people are finding out about the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I think now it is time the podcast comes to a close. That is it for the first episode of the Zcast.
The Zcast.
I hope you all enjoyed. It is next time. Next time we might have a guest. We might, or it might just be us. We'll see what happens. Then I guess next time, I hope the topics. I'll probably have I'll probably do the same thing before. Probably have the topics. I'll probably get like some pre-selected topics. Then I might have the ending might just be us looking at topics from the chat, or just things we want to talk about that we might bring up. But yeah, hope you guys liked it. This has been Zero. Peace.
Bye.